Greetings viewers of Decanter.com. This is Panos Kakoviados. I'm standing in front of Black Salt Restaurant, a fine establishment in Washington D.C, where we enjoyed 16 vintages of Domaine de Chevalier, the famous Grave wine in Leognan, of the Bordeaux appellation Pessac Leognan. Owner Olivier Bernard flew into Washington braving snowy winter weather to present a series of reds reaching back into 1961, as well as 3 wondrous whites. Special thanks are due to MacArthur Beverages, a fine wine importer here in Washington, D.C., for assuring safe passage and storage of all the 16 vintages that were shipped directly from the chateau. And, well, let's take a sneak peek, shall we, at this lovely lunch and tasting. Josh, how you doing? Everything all right?
Everything's good.
We're getting ready for a massive vertical here of Domaine de Chevalier, yes?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We got a couple people arriving out front.
Okay, that's Olivier, tell us about these vintages. We've got a 1961 red. How's that going to taste, do you think? Trick question.
You are not in the bottle, but I know this vintage. When I arrived in 1983 at Domaine de Chevalier, the first bottle I opened from the 61 were still very young. A little bit, the tannin was even a little bit green at the end. You know? Because in this old style, we were not looking for the maturity as we do today. And so the 61 has always this tannin a little bit crispy at the end. And, but in the last 25 years, I have seen this vintage slowly, very slowly, arriving to maturity. And I think today, he has never been so good as he is today.
All right, good.
50 years baby.
Yeah, 50-year baby. Great. So we've got 16 vintages. We're going to start with 10 reds from 2000 to 2009, which is still a barrel sample. And it's a famous vintage already, 2009, yes.
Far now, this is 6 vintages, and consistency year after year. It seems like what you're thinking of, like what's a big vintage and what's a lighter vintage, almost doesn't apply to Domaine de Chevalier. Very consistently fine, elegant, perfumed red wines, not black wines, but red. Very beautiful.
What are your thoughts on these wines so far? Gabe?
Very good so far. I was impressed with the 2001, honestly. Thought it had a long way to go. Very good wine.
Yeah, great.
Haven't tasted this flight yet. So
all right, good. Take your time.
I really like the 2000. I just think it has so much potential, so much aromatics. Yeah, it's really classic wine.
I think the 2000 got the most votes.
I think so. I like the 2004 though a lot. The more that I'm trying it, it's good. I think it's got a really dark kind of core to it, which I like.
That's great. Florian, what do you think so far?
I really enjoyed the 2001 and the 2004. I think all the wines have a kind of interesting marriage of this kind of acidic-driven cherry fruit with minerality, earthiness, and Grave smoke. But in the bigger vintages, they also bring in the more voluptuous fruit.
It's been a great tasting with 10 vintages of Domaine de Chevalier, 2000 through 2009. It's been a terrific tasting.
Right.
I couldn't be more happy. And the vintages such as 2002, 2007, what a nice showing for those vintages. It really was a tremendous.
So you need to have it positioned exactly right so you can see the deposits, right?
Yeah.
Color's good, yes?
Color is magnifique. Magnifique. With a wonderful limpidity also. That means that the wine is still young. Because when there is no depot, after 50 years, on such a vintage, that means that the wine is still too young. We have to wait another 50 years, I think.
Okay.
We'll come back in 2060. So 2001 is a great vintage of wine. You can see by the color that he's still a baby. He's 10 years old, but he's still very young. He's still green sur la bordure du verre. When the Sauvignon is still green 10 years later, you can really believe me, he can stay like that for 20 years. But I think it's the right time to drink it. I love this wine now.
Some of us,
especially in nose.
Some of us were saying it.
In the mouth.
Some of us were saying it's going to be like an 81 in 20 years.
Yeah. He has this minerality. He has this family appartenance. We have seen with 81. Perhaps there is more structure. 81 was very dry at the beginning, and the dryness keeps the 81 for 30 years. Okay. But here you have the dryness, but also the structure.
We've now gone through 16 vintages of Domaine de Chevalier. As a sommelier at Citronelle, super restaurant in Washington, D.C., what wines tonight are wines that you could easily serve at the restaurant?
Oh, there were quite a few, actually. The 02, I think, is drinking beautifully right now, and the 04 is starting to open up in a gorgeous way. I was pleasantly surprised by the 91. I mean, it was served out of Magnum, but it had a really nice spice component, very low tannin, very pleasant wine. And, well, the 81 Blanc was, I think, the wine of the day. That wine was stunning, and I would be proud to serve that at any time, anywhere, if it was available.
Great. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you for coming.
Merci, Panos.
Merci à toi.
Ce bon moment.
Mais c'était formidable, je trouve.
I think the people were very happy. We had a very nice time. The food was very good. The wine was doing very well. When everything is perfect like that, we are very happy.
We had a good crowd, didn't we? We had a mix of sommeliers,
yes.
You know, merchants.
But people very interested.
Yes.
I talk a lot. Huh?
You talk a lot, but we learned a lot. We learned a lot from Olivier. And anyway, there you go. So, thank you.